this is like screaming for deep.
Yeah, that's a lot better. I like that.
So here's the deal. See this P and the S?
Yeah.
That's the old font that I did not like.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So we're gonna swap that out.
Yep.
And put in the new one once it's there. Okay. But look at the overall look and feel of this bad boy. We got your name in there now. And so that's this concept. So what I'm going to do, so let me just take you through all three, and then I'll give you my spiel.
Yeah, this stands out definitely more than last time for sure. 100%.
Yeah, and there's a lot of contrast here now. I'm a huge fan of this font. Huge fan of this font.
Which font is that?
Oh shit, she said it on the other one.
Oh, okay, that's okay.
Yeah, there's different. It looks like there's a couple variations. There's a couple names to this font. This one, I believe, it's Knockout, and then there's different weights of Knockout. And then here's the last one. I have to tell you, Pradeep, this is my favorite.
That does stand out, yeah. I like that first part for sure. Oh, yeah, well.
Like, this is just, honestly, I would consider redoing my site like this. I mean, it screams trendy. It screams your personality.
Yeah, and this one definitely does. I like this. Yeah. It's
different. It's just powerful. I don't know how else to explain it. It's very powerful. And I can see
cool.
this. Yeah. So I can tell you that I see a deeper vision here than you, obviously, because I'm looking at different elements and I know functionalities differently than you. But I can tell you, if we were to develop that version, it's going to be a game changer for you.
Awesome.
It's going to be a game changer for you. It's just, I was studying your photo shoot last night, right?
Yep.
And I was looking at it and I was going, all right, so here's Pradeep on my left screen. Here's the Stylescapes on the right. What Stylescape best describes or can best, represent Pradeep? And I just saw you in that, and just the way you dress and the watch and the shoes, everything just has me gravitating to that last version. So you can't blend, and that's a rule. You can't blend one with another. You have to pick one. You have to pick one. So what I'll do is let me send this over to you on Basecamp. Boom, boom, boom.
How's the weather out there? We got pummeled by snow last night.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
We got a dusting. I mean, we got a dusting. Yeah. So, but it's cold as hell. I'm not gonna lie. Here is your here's the Stylescapes. Dude.
That one definitely gets me excited. That color.
Yeah. Oh, the color scheme.
Combination. Yeah.
Like, forget it. Like, screams you. Now, while I got you on the horn, I just want to show you something. So, you had mentioned, and I'm going to share screen. All right. So over the weekend, you got a little overwhelmed with all of the emails from Basecamp, and I'm going to tell you what happened. So I had a meeting with my mentor on Thursday, and again, we're refining this process. We're refining this system. There's a couple things that he had mentioned that weren't in the workflow, and I needed to put them in. And so what I did was I completely redid the workflow template, uploaded it into your account, deleted your old one, and moved everything over. And
Cool.
then what I did was I went back and I checked off everything that we've accomplished already. So a lot of those emails were just completed. And then it was, we need this website intake form. Okay. So here's what happened.
Cool.
Yesterday, Pam went in because there was a couple of things I wanted her to do.
Yep.
Pam went in and added them back.
Yep.
So here's what I'm going to do. Don't fret. I'm going to go in and check all of this off, and you're going to get notified again that these are completed. Just delete all of those emails.
Okay, cool.
Okay?
Yeah, for me, I'm used to it because I'm used to these types of systems.
Okay.
It was more from a customer experience, and maybe it's good that you you're giving me the insight. It was more just feedback to you to say a client can get overwhelmed because I'm pretty good at going through this kind of stuff.
Yep.
But a client could easily get overwhelmed. So even I was kind of like, okay, which one do I action? Which one do I not?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So
They're just feedback.
Yeah. So future clients aren't going to experience that because now that we have the flow sort of ironed out. And while I have you here, let me take you through sort of a next step so you can actually see it.
Yeah.
'Cause I think this is important for you to sort of see
Cool.
now that we have this thing ironed out, because you're going to want to, I know your next question is, all right, what are the next steps? What do we got to do?
Yep.
So right, we're at this level. So we're at the design stylescapes section right now, right? So we did the review. Okay. So we need to get your approval on Stylescape 3.
You'll have that today. Go show my wife.
Yep. And then this is what we do next. Now, this doesn't have anything to do with you. This is an internal team meeting. Okay. But it's good that you see this. And basically what the competitive audit is we look at competitors and indirect competitors. And so we'll take like Tony Robbins, for example, and look at his website, right? And we'll look at the functionality and we'll see how he's laying things out. Then what we'll do is we'll go to like the Aston Martin website. Okay? And look at the way they have stuff laid out and functioning, right? And we could, because they're two very high level brands, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the team and I will review and say, all right, what should the site have on it? What shouldn't it? So we do that competitive audit like 3 times with three different groups. Okay.
Awesome.
Then what we do is we create a sitemap, and there's really nothing to this, but what the sitemap will do is, and I'll review this with you. It's going to be a 15-minute call, nothing crazy, but the sitemap is going to allow us to show you what pages should be established for your site. That's all it is. That's all it is. I got to shut this off because people are private messaging me left and right, and it's sounding annoying. So once we do the sitemap, we'll do the review. You'll approve, and then we go into the wireframe. And this is another internal call with the team. And basically what this is the functionality of the site. So what we do is we look at the prioritization goals that we've created in a previous call, and we say, oh, he wants to sell this book, he wants membership area, like he wants these programs. So now we start to build that into the site, and now we get into the functionality. So this is going to scroll, this button's going to go here, so on and so forth. Once we get that established internally, me and you jump on a quick call, I walk you through it. This, and I'm sure you've done wireframes or reviewed wireframes, this looks like a blueprint from an architect. There's no design to it. It's boxes and circles and buttons. That's all it is, right? But you know exactly at this point how the site's going to function. Okay?
Cool.
You with me?
You bet.
Okay. From once we get that approved by you, then we can start gathering the digital assets. Well, since we designed them all, I don't need to gather anything from you. But these are some of the things that we would get from a client who has a logo established, has testimonials. So if you do have some of this stuff, and I'll go over this with you, this is the time I'm going to get it from you.
Okay.
Okay. So, and you would just upload it to that thread. Okay. Where are we at? Okay. And then here's where we can get into the social media branding. So now I got the logo established. Now I got the overall Stylescape approved. Now I know what your color schemes and your fonts are. We can start building out all of your social media. So your LinkedIn covers, your Twitter covers, your Facebook covers, all that good stuff. That's going to get created at this point.
Awesome.
Right. As far as the super funnel framework goes, that's already done. So I kind of got a head start on that. And then basically what we do is we get the copywriting intake forms we actually have you fill them out, okay, for the different levels that you're selling. So if there's the copywriting intake forms?
For the different products, yeah.
That's right, you did do that. That's excellent. Okay, so that's in the works. All right, good. So then once we get the website design approval done, so once the site design comes back, that you and I will jump on a quick call and we'll review it. So now this is going to be hosted on a staging site. So it's going to be functional. It's going to be an actual website. It's just not going to be live.
Yep.
And we're going to go through that and we're going to make sure everything looks legit. Okay. I'm sorry. We're going to show you the design of the site. I'm jumping ahead here. We're going to show you the design of the site. And then once you approve it, then we could brand the funnel. We're going to get the login credentials, which I saw there was one thing missing, and Pam probably already wrote you back. I'm not sure, but we need that. We need that one thing, or else we don't have what we need to get to this point. So once you approve the design, we get the credentials, we go into development. That's when we host the actual functioning website on a staging site, and then you and I touch base and we go through that like it's a live site, right? We get your approval. While that's being developed, the funnel's being branded. So this could come back in a couple of days. We jump on another quick call. I walk you through the funnel steps, show you the branding, show you the functionality. Once you approve it, it gets sent over to your ClickFunnels account. We set up your domains. We set up your products. We set up your email integration, and we're done.
Sweet.
So
are we still on track for February 15th to have it all complete?
It's going to be a push. It's going to be a push, but I'm pretty sure we might be able to do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So what I did was I actually looked at my contract, and I looked and I said 90 days may or may not be realistic. So I redid the contract, because in the contract, it's not protecting me at all. Because it says you could terminate the contract if we didn't deliver in 90 days. And that's not helping me, because who knows? Yeah. You know, who knows? I'm waiting for content from you, or I'm waiting, or we're slow. You know, it's not going to, there's been a delay in revisions. There's all these revisions. So the 90 days could go into, 95. Then what? I'm screwed.
Yeah, exactly.
So I took all that verbiage out. I reworded it. There's stages now.
That's good.
And it was just something after Friday's mess, I had to look at everything over. And it was unfortunate. I had a client who signed a contract in December but never sent money yet. And I reached out to her on Sunday night while watching the Grammys. I was like, you know what? I got to tell her that her contract's null and void. And so I told her, I said, listen, that contract you signed is now null and void. I redid everything.
Yeah.
And I said, before you send me a check, we need to get on a call. So she booked a call for tomorrow. I'm going to explain to her exactly what I just said to you. And if it works, it works. But if not, oh well. But I'm not going to take a beating like I did on Friday. Ever again. Ever again.
Yeah,
you know,
I hear you, man. We could talk about that today too.
Yeah, you learn your lesson. And you know, it was funny. A lot of people had said to me after they heard the story, they said, you didn't have to give them their money back, dude. You really didn't. You did a lot of the work. Like you were 95% done on both projects. Yeah. I said, my gut told me to do it.
Yeah, that's good.
And the other part was I needed to feel that pinch. Like there's something about pain that makes people not do things again.
Good. We can talk about that this afternoon. Like I said, I'm going to put you on the spot.
Yeah. So this is going to be a lot of fun. Of fun. So are you comfortable with the workflow?
I'm good. You know what I am? I'm just super eager because I'm pushing, you know, like I said, on the social platforms, I've really got to create more presence. So I want to have that there. I want to be able to drive people to this, you know, and I'm just a stickler that way too. When you know, if I know a new logo's coming and I have my old one up and I'm just kind of like, it doesn't feel right for me.
Yeah.
Because my current one doesn't jive for me right now.
I know. And I feel your eagerness too, because when I did my website over a couple years ago, for the first time, he showed me the design. And I was floating for a week because the design was so out of control. Like it was so sick. And I told him, I said, dude, when is this going to be done? When is this going to be done? When is this going to be done? And he's like, patience, my friend. You know, you work with all these moving parts. It's a lot. So that's why we have these steps. And so I said, all right, let me relax. And sure enough, you know, the site was live in no time, but the February 15th, we're going to be very, very close at that point, but I can't say we're launching that day. So
it's a couple of days, not a big deal. I just want to make sure because I am going away a few days after. I'm just trying to see. So I'll be gone for a week, but I'm going to be with some people that I want to drive towards the website.
Okay. So we're going to do our best, my friend.
Yeah.
We're going to do our best. But I think working through this workflow is going to streamline things a lot. It's going to cut down on the revisions. It's going to cut down on the well, you said this, but you didn't say that. But those days are over. All right. So let me do what we got to do. It's 10:30. I need every minute that I have today because I'm going till 4.
Oh, yeah? Back to back?
Yeah, almost. I got like little blips here and there. So I'm going to take this time, do what I need to do. I'm going to catch you at noon.
Yep.
I'll sign in a little early or whatever, and we'll rock out. I'm excited for that. It's going to be fun.
Sweet, man. Looking forward to it.
All right, dude. Talk to you soon.
Yeah, chat soon.